My health insurance is only 1 year. So come December, they're going to triple my rates because I now have a pre-existing condition. If we as Republicans don't address that and realize that's a fear for people and that it's a problem, we're not going to get anywhere. The other problem we have is, let's say I have a heart attack, they triple my rates, or they just say they don't want to insure me at all, or it just becomes out of the world. Or I lose my job and I can't take my insurance with me, portability. So I think pre-existing conditions and portability do scare people. We need to have an answer for it. I say part of the answer is that we need to make insurance, health insurance, more like term life insurance. I have term life insurance, and if I have a heart attack tonight and survive, my term life insurance is a 20-year plan. It's not going to go up. It's based on my age, but it's not based on me having a heart attack. So if you had health insurance that was a many-year plan, like a 20-year health insurance plan, or a 30-year health insurance plan that you buy when you're 20 years old and you're not sick, then maybe we could have very low deductibles, very high deductibles, but very low premiums. And that's a way to look at it. And I think that would help with the pre-existing problems if we had multi-year policies. So we have to figure out how to change the tax structure, how to encourage such a product to exist, because it doesn't exist now. Portability, I think, would be helped if we sold it to each individual and didn't do it through employment. Selling insurance across state lines would help. Selling drugs across country lines would help. Even though we are Republicans and we tend to defend business, I think that we could look at how long the patents are. I think you have to have patents because that's how you get R&D, but I think we have 7-year patents now, and what happens is they go through the 7 years, and with about 6 months to go, they tweak the drug a little bit and they get 3-year extension. So is there an absolute right or wrong as to what the patent should be? I think you should have patents, but I'm not sure if 6 years would be okay, or if 7 and no 3-year extension. There are, because if you've seen the way generic drugs go, generic drugs become very inexpensive. So those are some things I think we can talk about. The other main thing you have to do in healthcare is that you have to get the consumer involved in purchasing a product directly from someone. There are 2 things I do in my practice that involve cash primarily: contact lenses and LASIK surgery. They're not covered by insurance, but the price has gone down every year for 15 years. If you can get people to purchase their healthcare directly, which means higher deductibles, their premiums would be smaller and the prices would be then negotiated. There is, in healthcare, I tell you, you have to ask the primary question: is the problem because of too much capitalism or too little? I say there's too little. I'm in private practice, I own my business, but I don't have any price competition. Half of my patients are Medicare and the prices are set, so my prices are the same as Montana. Medicaid, I'm the same as everybody in the state. And then if you come in with private insurance, you've negotiated a price with your company for your premium, they've negotiated a price with me, and everybody in the whole state charges the same. So any other product, if you doubled the product tomorrow, the price would go down. If you double the supply of doctors tomorrow, the prices would still be the same. The system is broken because we don't have capitalism or enough capitalism in healthcare. But you don't hear anybody in Washington talk about this. They're just, whether we're going to nationalize it or just go a little bit short of nationalizing it, We need to tell them, we need to articulate a message as Republicans that socialism doesn't work. Never has. We defeated the Soviet Union because the engine of capitalism kicked butt on the engine of socialism. Socialism doesn't work and can't produce enough goods to supply what they were trying to do with their national defense. We need to articulate a vision that shows people that we care about them, but shows them that the marketplace, freedom, property rights, individual rights are the most humanitarian system, that capitalism provides the greatest amount of wealth and goods for more people than any other system in the world. More money was privately given in Katrina than was given by government. More money was privately given after the tsunami than any of the governments combined. Most of that money comes from the West, and it comes from capitalism. We need to not be embarrassed by profit. We need to not be embarrassed by capitalism. We need to show how capitalism provides such great wealth for our country. When this election moves forward, I hope you'll think about our candidacy. I have a website, randpaul2010.com. We've got lots of issues on there. We'll take questions in a few minutes. But I think the main thing is that remember that the system is broken. The people who have been up there, all of the career politicians, have not fixed it for us. We need someone who is outside the system, who has the courage not to be elected. I don't have to have the job, so I'm going to be truthful and I will come home. I will not stay there forever. And I think that's what we need in Washington, and I hope you will consider supporting my candidacy. Thank you for having me.